What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast, episode 271. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And we're rummaging through Sleazy Pete's bootleg stash looking for that sweet gold with Adam.
What was that thing he kept saying? Hucko, hucko. What was it?
Yeah, dude, like, what?
That
what
was
the fuck?
from fucking Peter Pan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How much did y'all enjoy it?
I loved it, dude. Like, no shit. Like, it was such a genius way of making this happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, because it's like, okay, how do you tell a modern day Chip and Dale? And it's like, well, they could do the reboot thing, or they could like poke fun at the reboot thing
Yeah.
while they have, and it was just an episode of the
It
TV
was.
set. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it was, and I'll even go so far as to argue that it wasn't even an episode of the show. It was just the theme song played as a movie
yeah, right.
because nobody gave a fuck that money was gone. Only Chip and Dale. Like it was a crime that slipped through the cracks,
It
bro.
was stinky cheese.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he was addicted to it, dude. I've been there before though.
I really like the idea that they went with the Toon World type thing in this, like Who
Yeah.
Framed Roger Rabbit, Cool World, those films where they blend live action with animation, like legitimate animation, and they have to coexist. You know, I've always enjoyed that, and it's cool that they thought to use that style for sure.
Yeah, right. And how, like, I want more. You know what I mean?
I figured they would spin it off into a Disney Plus show.
Yeah,
Would
right.
it make sense to bring it back as that with the girl and they got an agency now? Like,
That's what I was thinking at the end of it. They were gonna like be detectives,
yeah.
or like, you know what I mean? And it was just gonna be them. Like, could you imagine this? This tune or this whatever, something's going on with them. They got to show up. You've got your guest stars in the form of like nostalgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
You throw a little human characters in there to just kind of, you know what I mean? Like, why not?
Fucking
It was,
Putty.
dude, J.K. Simmons.
Yeah.
Coming
He was
in
fighting
strong,
her the
dude.
way it was when they go in to bust them and he's on that little the two wheel thing. I forget what they call
Oh
that.
yeah. The
He was
little,
just funny.
Yeah. He's like,
Oh,
what's
that
stuck
was
to my
good.
back?
Gum.
It was like it's gum. He's like, that's gonna be a part of me forever.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Thought that was funny.
Sweet Pete, dude.
You didn't expect it to be Peter Pan, did you? Made sense.
Yeah, I mean,
He's like, then I grow a mustache.
yeah.
And I mean, they're really. I feel like there's too many cameos to dissect in this movie. It kind of has a Ready Player One type thing, where
Yeah.
it's like just as you rewatch it, I feel like you're gonna pick up on characters you didn't see the first go around.
Yeah. No, I get that for sure, man. It's just, it was so incredibly well written and then so well done, man, that it just like, I don't
Well,
know.
I
It's
think
almost perfect.
I feel like one of the best things they did was splitting it right down the middle and having one of the Rescue Rangers full animation, old school animation, and the other one's CG. And I like that they even treated the CG thing like it's what would you call it? Like plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It was fucking, and I can't believe the dude that worked on fucking Hot Rod was the one that directed it. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
that's so crazy to me.
Oh yeah, the kid. I watched it with the kids, man, and one of them even brought up. They were like, "Dude, this is a Lonely Island movie," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. I mean, they went from Hot Rod and like um Saturday Night Live to Chippendale, dude.
It's a
What
big
about
movie.
Yeah. I never would have expected like this. But
Yeah,
it's one of those.
I went in thinking family film and went away with like, oh, like nostalgia film. That's
Yeah, they
weird.
made that
Yeah.
one for us.
Yeah. He had all those tapes, the whole fucking collection, dude. It was like that Nick Cage collection. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean,
Only missing the one pog.
yeah.
Fucking
But
Chip had it.
yeah. I love how their houses were tiny and he had that big ass dog in
Yeah.
there.
I'm like,
That
how's
was
he
so
get it
fucking
out? That's what I was thinking.
yeah, right. It's
He
got
gonna
a
ride
garage
that?
door. Yeah.
Or the
I
fact
thought
that
when the car wouldn't start, he would ride it.
he was blaring "Lamb of God's Laid to Rest"
Yeah.
when he came home from work. That was hilarious. Like, just
That's how he deals with his
was that
shit.
was that almost like a Big Short reference?
I mean,
Could have
kinda.
been.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Because you got the mild mannered office desk job guy that's just blaring metal.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. I didn't put those
No.
2 together, but yeah, I mean, it could have been, you know? But I'll allow it, you know?
I even I loved how self aware the movie was, like y'all said earlier, man. Like, especially the whole thing where they're like, man, why does every fucking creature in
Rap.
a movie rap? Like,
Yeah.
and they play on that shit.
The snake was funny.
Yeah, right.
There was the feel good moment when Chip runs through the thing, comes out in the Indiana Jones gear, like he
Yeah.
gets suited up, like all that little stuff.
At Comic-Con, pretty much.
Yeah. Fucking ugly Sonic though.
Ugly Sonic, dude.
That was the funniest shit whenever he's talking to him and it just zooms in on his teeth.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh yeah, and he just completely dissociates. He's just like, ugh.
"Ugh."
I'm Ugly Sonic. Coming
yeah.
back, baby.
I love the candle from fucking Be Our Guest.
Yeah, whenever he fucking hit him with it, he said, "Be my guest."
Yeah. I was like, this is fucking incredible, dude.
Whenever at the end it turned him into like Wreck-It Ralph,
Yeah.
the fucking cat
Transformer.
thing. Yeah. He had
Like the
Woody's
leg
boot.
from yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the blaster was from, but
Now one thing I did notice, a cameo of Randy from South Park.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was at the spa.
He was just he was just
Yeah.
sitting there. I was like, that's hilarious.
Did you see the fucking butthead for senator?
Yes.
I was like, holy shit, dude. If only.
Yeah, and to me, that was the charm of this movie, was the little world building things they did
Yeah.
with like they took these references to all these different characters and was just went crazy with it.
Yeah. See, I
Whenever they
would
go to
love.
Main Street. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. It's so beautiful and peaceful. It's like
He
this
was
isn't
like,
so bad.
yeah, there's a place where stuff happens. Main Street. And it's the guy's like, and he's like, him? He fucking sells
Bill's
cheese.
credit cards.
Yeah.
Like
Her, the little girl that skips by, Muppet
Muppet.
fights.
And it shows her at the end with the Muppet
Well-
fights and the money, dude.
and what's hilarious is how they played it like cockfighting. Like,
Yeah. That Muppet shit was so goddamn funny. He's like, "Are you the cops?" And it's like, "No, we're not the cops."
He went in there, dude, and there's a fucking rat there feeding another rat, and he was like, more cheese. Like, and I was like, it's a drug den.
Yeah. More.
More. Funny.
It was fucking amazing, man. I would love it if they would take like, Roger Rabbit was obviously in this. I would love to see a film come out and they could use different characters if they wanted to or whatever to bridge like you had Toontown or whatever it was called in Roger Rabbit where all the Toons lived at that was kind of separate from the real world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like its own self-contained little place. But now they fully integrated into into society. I would love to see that movie to see, you know what I mean? Like play
Mhm.
on all that kind of stuff because that would be so damn funny in my opinion to see that work itself out.
Yeah.
I would be fine with that.
I'd watch a show.
Yeah. I'd watch all the shows, dude.
Did y'all think the chick was dirty? Because when he
Nah.
was like, "How'd you watch all the episodes? They didn't air in fucking Rhode Island. My
Yeah.
grandmother taped them." And then later he was like, "Grandparents don't know how to do stuff like that."
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he ain't wrong.
Yeah.
He's like, it was good. It's the chief. We thought that was too. I said that was too cliche when he asked, but it was like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. The fucking
Yeah.
it's
When he
like it
saw
said,
all versions of him.
yeah.
Oh God, it's that uncanny valley part of town.
Yeah.
You know where the eyes don't look quite right? It's like Beowulf.
Yeah. That was fucking great, dude. And the fucking Coca-Cola polar bear
Yeah, when he
was
saw
what?
Baloo, can I touch your face?
Yeah.
I can't believe this.
The fucking Snoopy here, dude.
Yeah.
It's like they gave you the Snoopy here, dude. Nah, man, it was well executed, well written. Like it reminds me of the Lego movie, you know?
Yeah.
Where like, yeah, it's a kids movie, but at the end of the day, like, is it though? You know, like
Yeah.
it's more of like an adult movie disguised as a kids movie, you know?
Yeah. Full star, dude.
Yeah, I'm giving it a full star as well, man. I fucking loved it. I thought it
I,
was hilarious.
I watched it today. That was my second time watching it. Didn't held up, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm definitely going to revisit it. I could see myself putting that on if there's kids here. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Be like,
Oh
let's
yeah,
watch
that'd
a
be
movie.
perfect.
Yeah, right. Over there laughing my ass off. They're like, what's so funny? I'm like, don't worry about it. He said, don't use that terrible Brooklyn accent. We're here to fix the pipe.
Yeah.
It's like,
Workity. We're here to fix the pipes. He's like, take off the top hat. But I'm a rich, you know,
it's like,
I'm an expert at accents.
it's like, are you?
But does it get the
Yeah.
full 3?
Yeah. Does it?
You giving it a star, Trav?
Absolutely.
I
I
figured it
mean,
would. When I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, this is. When you see the trailer, it's like that looks good,
yeah.
and it's good, especially if you grew up on the show. I mean, dude, kids today don't even know what fucking Chippendale is. Like,
I don't think so. I don't know. We're gonna
I'm
have to
sure they
start
have the
polling them.
show on Disney Plus, right? It's probably on there.
It would make sense if it was,
Yeah,
but who
I
the hell
grew up watching it.
knows?
The true
Yeah.
Hollywood story, how they fell apart.
Yeah, right.
He got a side project. He's like, the show's gonna be over. He says, it's not gonna be over.
Yeah. It's like 2 months later, it was over. It's like,
Like a gadget
yeah.
and the fly had all the babies. Like,
With the fucking Allstate
yeah.
voice.
He's always dropping truth bombs and wisdom.
Yeah.
What?
It's funny they gave that dude that deepest voice that they could find.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa.
I like how they made
Gadget.
fun of him laughing at the end of every episode. They'd be like, and that's what I call a cat in a bag. Like,
Yeah, they're like,
it was
"How long
always
does it
like
go
real
on?"
cheesy.
Yeah.
How long do we laugh? What she say? The worse the joke, the longer you laugh. But yeah, man.
But yeah, I enjoyed it.
Like you said, it's kind of hard to break it down. It's
Yeah.
just so much, you know, going on.
I mean, it was perfectly done and well executed, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Legitimately.
and it's certainly not the film itself that's hard to break down, but you know, it's just all those damn references. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Just fan service.
And it's old school fan service too. Like I feel like a lot of the shit people saw in this movie probably went over their heads. A lot of younger audiences.
Yeah.
I guess like you said, Adam, it was made for us, you know.
Whenever they go to the set of Aladdin and it's fucking Pete's dad,
Oh my
and he's like,
god.
"Move, move."
Yeah, get out of here. Fucking love
Bootlegging.
it, dude.
I got Dumbo'd.
Yeah, he
Dumbo'd
could.
me.
He was fucking like buzzing around with them ears,
Yeah.
just floating, dude. That's what I'd do if I had those ears, though. I'd be floating around like a fucking madman, man. But yeah, the coveted fucking real estate golden
Real.
chipmunks.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rescue Rangers.
Little pogs.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets a
Yeah.
golden pog, dude.
Yeah.
I'll approve it, you know,
I'll
I'll
allow
allow
it.
it. Yeah. I'll allow it there. Oh, we got a little bit of movie news here though to go through. So Rob Zombie's Monsters to join Tim Burton's Wednesday on Netflix this fall. So the reboot of the Monsters from director Rob Zombie now has its home. Previously, there had been rumors that the movie would be given a day and date release, and that was followed by additional rumors that Netflix was in talks to acquire the exclusive rights to the reboot. Zombie has confirmed that the latter is true with a post on Instagram announcing that The Monsters hits Netflix this fall, where it will join Wednesday, a reboot of The Addams Family from director Tim Burton. This fall, we're going to spook out like it's 1964. Zombie said on Instagram, "Yep, the Monsters and the Addams Family are returning to the boob tube at the same time, courtesy of Netflix. It's been 58 years since this Clash of the Titans first happened. Perfect entertainment for your pumpkin carving party. Check out this wicked fall preview issue of TV Guide for the 64-65 season I found while cleaning. Wacky monster fans unite." Sharing the news on his own Instagram account, Grandpa actor Dan Roebuck added, "This is such great news. Rob Zombie has confirmed the greatest secret of all. The Monsters is going to be accessible to so many people on the same day. It's going to play on Netflix, and we are thrilled."
Me too.
I
I got the
didn't, I
trailer
mean,
today.
the actual,
Yeah, it's the real trailer. I
I
haven't watched
mean,
it. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's the real one. I made sure it wasn't a fucking concept trailer.
right, right.
Motherfuckers
Yeah.
putting that shit online, clickbaiting me.
I mean, sometimes it be like that, dude.
Well, dude, if it really pops off, like as a movie, they
Yeah.
could even do like a little series if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Probably not, but you never know.
Well, I mean,
Might be huge.
the people that are involved in it, the actors that are involved in it, aren't really.
Doing a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how to
That's a
phrase.
nice way
Yeah,
to say that, right? Zombie
yeah,
might be though, but I
yeah.
think
That's
he'd
true.
make time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Which he doesn't even have to do it. Like he just has to kind of
Yeah,
oversee it, right?
produce it.
So, yeah.
I had
I mean,
no
he.
idea that he pretty much filmed this on his own, I guess, and
I
then sold it
guess.
to a production company.
Well, I mean, he got. Well, Netflix was working on doing a Mockingbird Lane, like
That's right.
serious. So, and he got the rights for it. So I'm guessing that Netflix probably had first
Yeah.
first bid at it, you know?
Like we'll look at it and
Yeah. Which I mean, how can you do well, I guess they did Archie and all that stuff. It's like, but why would you take the monsters and do it serious? Like that's the thing about the monsters is they're
yeah, it's goofy.
well, it's goofy, but it's like the most extreme version of like outsiders that you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they flip it on their head by being like, "Oh no, they're the outsiders because they're not," so I don't know. I'm glad they didn't go that route with it because I mean, it may have been good, but the monsters is always going to be the funny.
Yeah.
So, always the funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So Giancarlo, I had to look up how to pronounce this dude's name. Esposito, the guy from Breaking Bad, he
His
is
name is
rumored.
Giancarlo.
Yeah,
Giancarlo. He's always been Gus, but
Esposito. Yeah, I know, right?
just Gus for
Es-
short.
yeah. Rumored for Professor X role, and fans are on
Oh.
board. Fans of Giancarlo Esposito have been anticipating the actor's debut in the MCU, as for years there has been a lot of speculation over which character he could play. Recently, new rumors have emerged that Esposito is up for the role of Professor X in the X Men reboot that's in gestation at Marvel Studios. As of now, the rumors are unsubstantiated, but they have nonetheless generated a lot of discussion online, with fans taking well to the idea of Esposito as Charles Xavier. If rumors are true and Esposito is the new Professor X, I am 1,000,000% down, one tweet reads. If there's anyone that I would want to replace Patrick Stewart as Professor X, it would definitely be Esposito, says someone else. I really hope that rumor is true because I'm a massive fan of his. Also, after many years of him being the villain, I'd love for him to be a hero. Presuming it's too good to be true, another fan tweeted, Esposito as Professor X is my all time favorite Marvel casting rumor. I desperately wish it was true, but I'm sure it's not. Um, so, in this article below it, it says that Esposito is wrapping up his run as Gus, freeing from on Better Call Saul. So he's wrapping his stuff up here. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Says fans are clearly on board with Esposito coming into the MCU. His name has also come up a lot with fantasy casting as someone who could play Doctor Doom in the next Fantastic Four movie. Others have been advocating for Esposito to play Magneto based on how the actor has consistently done well with playing villainous characters in other popular TV shows. That includes Moff Gideon in Star Wars series, as well as Stan Edgar in Prime Video's superhero satire series The Boys. Esposito is also appearing every week in new episodes of the final season of Better Call Saul. The Breaking Bad prequel has featured Esposito prominently in his role as Gus since the third season. While this seems to be the curtain call for the character, Esposito has not given up hope of playing Gus one more time in his own spin-off series. He is keeping the door open for another Breaking Bad spinoff that focuses on Gus continuing to build his empire in the years before Walter White becomes Heisenberg and destroys everything. I always feel like every time this ends, I always feel I have more to give, Esposito said on the Rich Eisen show. I'll just say it. I've always felt in my mind there is room for the rise of Gus. This show's about Jimmy McGill. It's a reflection of who we are and what we do and who we become. How you become comfortable with that, justify it. Jimmy has a line in the fourth season. I'm good at this. And you know what? I'm good at this. I can play this guy. And sooner or later, you're going to have to see the whole picture, I believe. So, I mean, I think that that's good casting.
Yeah.
Him as Professor X?
Look at me, Wolverine. You know?
Yeah. Look at me.
Los
Well,
Well,
pollos
it's
hermanos.
hearing him in his classic like delivery,
Yeah.
because
yeah,
he has that, you know what I mean. He's
Yeah,
got
dude.
that bravado.
And he sits up straight and fucking,
yeah,
I
Um,
could just see him in the chair, dude.
hearing him, yeah, hearing him debrief the X Men on what's about to fucking go down.
yeah.
I mean, that's great, and I've enjoyed him in the boys.
Oh, yeah. He's really good on there. I mean, he plays, he does his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always that straight shooter, man. No jokes.
No jokes, just shooting from the hip.
Yeah.
Oh, he's badass, Griffin.
I mean, but to be fair, he's always badass though,
Yeah.
you
This
know?
is true. Well, I mean, yeah. I
I'd
mean,
also watch a Gus spinoff show.
it's not Esposito knifing through a hole with a lightsaber badass, but it's badass.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I mean, I would love if they considered just even considered casting him for Professor X because like I feel like if anybody can pull it off, it's
Hmm.
definitely him.
Yeah.
Just his demeanor, like
The
his
way he sits, man.
personality. Yeah, yeah, his
He sits up
personality
so
makes
fucking
sense.
straight. Just I could just hear him
It's
talking. Like
yeah, X-Men. Yeah, and why not? That's like whenever they had that concept artwork of him as Mr. Freeze.
I would
Like,
love
fuck
that.
yeah, dude. Yeah, right. I don't know, man.
Like just thinking, I'm just in my mind, I'm mulling over ways that he would deliver, explaining Scarlet Witch's situation to people in like a House of M style, like,
Yeah,
him saying something like, Wanda is an unstable part, and it's still that professionalism.
yeah. Well, that voice, dude,
Hmm.
Wanda is very unstable. Like
It's the
his
way he says it, the way he does his thing when you know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah, like to approach her full on would be suicide.
yeah. I'm here for it, man. I think that that's perfect. And like whoever he's going to show up in the MCU at some point. And like that one dude said, that one tweet, it's like I would love to see this dude as actually playing a hero role to
Yeah,
some extent. You know what I
but
mean?
that's not to say though that he wouldn't pull off a fantastic Doctor Doom. Not to be,
I
no
mean,
pun intended.
it would be almost too good though, right?
Well, I mean, just that cold,
Yeah.
analytical delivery is
Yeah.
something I feel like Doom needs.
Fuck it, dude.
Because
Cast him in
cause,
both.
I mean, because outside of his power base, Doom is a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those 40 chess villains, man. Like you're stopping him here, but it's because this other plan's going exactly how he wants it.
Right. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I can't wait to see him start venturing into superhero roles. I'm DT Dub, you know?
well, them wrapping up that show, that'll open him up
Oh yeah, yeah.
because he's been pretty busy with that,
I
playing
need to
Gus for
watch
like 8 years.
yeah. I need to watch Better Call Saul. I think I watched the first 2 seasons of it.
Yeah, same.
I need to
It wasn't
go
that I
back.
hated it. I just got lost in between seasons.
Lost
I
in the
moved
Sauce?
on to other stuff, and then I was like, I'll watch it. I'll
Yeah.
binge fucking 12 seasons in a week.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yeah, it's all good,
No big
man.
deal. Yeah, it's all gravy, bro. It's all
You
gravy.
go all biblical. I will forsake all others other than the faithful watch.
Next up here, M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong's Knock at the Cabin is an adaptation of a popular horror novel. Says Shyamalan has not been known for his adaptations of other writers' work, but it seems that after much speculation, Knock at the Cabin is actually based on a much loved horror novel by Paul Tremblay. According to Tremblay himself, the new chiller from the director of Old and The Sixth Sense is adapted from the novel The Cabin at the End of the World. And when and while it will obviously feature some changes and the usual host of Shyamalan surprises, this is one of the director's unusual forays into working with someone else's original storyline. In an interview with CNBC, Tremblay finally explained how Shyamalan came to become director of the movie and how he has been keeping the connection between the movie and the book a secret for some time. I honestly spent a chunk of my 2022 spring quelling internet rumors and putting out Twitter fires connecting the book and movie. It reached a point in early June where that became impossible. However, with all of the information out there, including the IMDb page, I have been doing my part to be respectful of movie marketing desires and certainly wouldn't dream of spoiling anything. Like the majority of adaptations, there will be story changes and differences compared to the book, so my readers will still be surprised by the film. He added that Shyamalan was originally on board as a producer for the movie, which went into development in 2017, but when the first director dropped out, the filmmaker was quick to step up to take over. He added, "Of course, it was thrilling to hear that he was interested as I've enjoyed a number of his movies. At the time, though, given my prior experience with the ups and downs in the waiting game of development, I'd heard lots of exciting names attached to or interested in my prior novels, and then things inevitably would fall apart. When it became clear that not only was not interested and attached, that the movie was in fact going into pre-production and then production, I then moved from cautious optimism to real-time excited. For those that are starting, make one line and one scene better because that's all that matters. And in the end, that's all I'm still trying to do." And there's a that's M. Night Shyamalan. Okay. So he posted that tweet with him sitting in the director's chair.
Oh shit, he's
So
already working on it.
yeah, this should be about finished. It should be wrapping up soon, you know? So this is the plot of The Cabin at the End of the World here.
Yeah.
A couple named Andrew and Eric and their adopted daughter, Wynn, are taking a vacation in a secluded cabin in New Hampshire. Their dwelling is invaded by four strangers named Redmond, Leonard, Sabrina, and Adrian, who take the family captive and tell them that to prevent the upcoming apocalypse, one of them must be killed by the others. King wrote that the novel was thought provoking and terrifying. So, so that should be interesting. It's a Shyamalan, you know?
Yeah. And it's something
You
he
know?
didn't write. He's just gonna
Yeah.
direct it.
Well, and Old was based off of a graphic novel.
Oh, that's right.
So this isn't his first foray into other people's uh, written work, but Old was great. I thought Old was good,
Yeah.
you know? So it makes me very interested to see how he approaches like adapting a novel, and maybe he can bring something new to the table, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if the book gets supernatural or what's going on in it, but you gotta imagine that Shyamalan's got some weird supernatural shit going on, right?
Yeah. Wonder why
So,
he changed the name.
um,
Knock at the cabin instead of the cabin at the end of the world. Shorter. Hmm.
yeah,
We'll see.
or I don't know.
Maybe
The
he's changed
cabin at the
something.
end, yeah. I guess Knock at the Cabin has a more intriguing ring to it.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause you're like, "Oh, knock at the cabin. What is it? Is it a monster?
What's
Is it
knocking?
people?" Yeah, exactly.
You know what they say, dude? If the cabin's a rocking, don't come a knocking.
Nah, I thought it was if somebody knocks, don't go to the door.
Yeah. They say that too.
You can't have a guest if you don't open the door.
Dun dun dun.
That's how I live my life, dude.
Whenever you said Paul Tremblay, that
Yeah,
reminded me of Ethan Tremblay from Due Date, that
yeah,
Galifianakis.
yeah,
That was his acting.
yeah.
Remember he tried to be on 2.5 Minutes? When you were like Paul Tremblay, I was like, Ethan Tremblay. Tremblay. Never heard of the guy, but I'm interested.
Yeah. I mean, Shyamalan's done some good things since which, I mean, we can't forget about Avatar, right?
Yeah.
That was somebody else's work, you know?
Yeah. And
Just
it
saying.
still is. It's like,
Yeah,
what do you
right.
want? Like just stick to your lane, man.
Well, here's my thing with that though. It's like, okay, Avatar is like a very beloved, you know,
Anybody that tries to make that
anime.
is going to get ripped apart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. The only person that could make that not get ripped apart, but it would take like 15 years is James Cameron.
Yeah.
You know?
We'll die before that comes out.
Yeah. I hope that he's got everything planned out for all these Avatar sequels he's working on.
He's going to be a
'Cause-
head in a jar on like Avatar 28, you know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. So,
More blue.
yeah. We need all the blue.
Did I ever tell you about the abyss? I directed it. And like, here he goes again with old stories.
Yeah. It's
Yes, we
okay.
know.
It's okay, Jimmy, you know? It's James.
Where's Jimmy?
Yeah. All right, so the Goose gives an update on Universal's Wolfman reboot. The Wolfman remake is one of many Universal monster projects that are currently in development. While there have been very few updates recently on the project, Gosling has been happy to offer a small update on the movie, which he still seems to be very much on board with. While the Dark Universe never really took off after the release of Tom Cruise's flop The Mummy, Universal Pictures has slowly been taking its horror reboots down different avenues with a lot more success than the straight up remake option offered. While movies like the Nicolas Cage starring Renfield are already filming, others like Wolfman are still in early stages of development. Speaking with Collider about his current movie, The Gray Man, Gosling touched on the subject of Wolfman, and it appears that despite the lack of updates on the movie, Gosling is certainly still excited about it. This is what he had to say. I just would do anything with Derek, but the idea of doing something like that just seems really exciting. It's new for both of us, but in some way, I feel like it's kind of the movie we've made already a few times, but in literal form. We've always kind of just made the metaphorical version of it, and it's sort of like the opportunity to really to just make the literal version of what we've been hacking away at. So Universal monster movies are not straight remakes this time around. When The Mummy was released in 2019, the big budget adventure was expected to be Universal's version of Iron Man and would kick off an interconnected universe of movies that would combine the mythologies of the old Universal monster movies of the 30s and 40s. However, it became clear very quickly that those plans would need to be reworked when The Mummy bombed in every way possible. However, in 2020, The Invisible Man made its debut, a new modern take on the classic H.G. Wells story that proved to be both a refreshing change from the tired and cliche-ridden The Mummy and a big success for Universal. With a new plan in place to visit the Universal monster movies as unique and unconnected movies, the success of The Invisible Man led to an announcement of The Wolfman, Dracula, Bride of Frankenstein, and other projects would be getting developed in the coming years. After originally appearing in the 40s, Wolfman has been portrayed in many ways by many actors, and how Gosling's version would differ is yet to be revealed. But it does seem that it will not just be a man turns Harry after wolf bite movie, and like the Invisible Man, will instead rework the themes of the story into a modern setting. Of course, Gosling is currently busy working on a very different project as part of the Barbie movie, in which he stars as Ken alongside Margot Robbie in the title role. While the movie is certainly an intriguing one, there are plenty of horror fans hoping that once his life in plastic is complete, Gosling will be moving on to Wolfman in the near future. Have y'all seen The Mummy?
No.
I think, hear me out here. I think that we need to do it on the pod to see if it is such a just disaster that
Like, let's see
everybody
if it
says
was
it.
was it worth it? Just watch it,
Yeah,
but
dude. Yeah,
yeah.
because like their idea was to take
Well, we read the articles that
yeah,
was happening. They had this like logo. There was going to be
yes,
this whole monster universe. And they were going to do all the movies again, and then it
yeah,
was just never mentioned again. I even forgot about it until you read it. It was like, oh yeah, well, that's what happened to
yeah,
that. Like,
yeah. So, and they were supposed to bring the what was it, Dracula Untold, I
yeah,
think was the name of that.
I don't,
That was
I wouldn't have started with the Mummy. Why didn't they start
no,
with something else? Well, we already had like a Mummy movie.
yeah,
They could have
exactly.
started with something else. Like,
Yeah. I agree 100%. Like it really makes no sense why they did it that way, but I mean, what can you do, you
did you
know?
call him the Goose?
Yeah. That's what people refer to him as, the
Really?
goose. Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's
I
the
never heard
goose.
that.
Yeah, the goose,
You went
man.
the Goose. Let's see what the Goose is up to. I'm like, who?
Yeah.
The
The guy.
Goose.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that Mummy movie can't be
That bad?
as it can't be as bad as people are making it out to be, right?
That had Tom Cruise in it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The
And
trailer
Tom
didn't look that
Cruise,
bad.
no, and Tom Cruise usually does he doesn't make movies for the money anymore, does he?
I mean, he's loaded.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know, man. It's weird. I'm interested in checking it out because I think that the idea of this universal dark, like, cinematic universe is very interesting because there's a lot that you can do once you start adapting this stuff and like combining some of this stuff together. But
Yeah, I'll check
it's
it
like
out.
how my thing is like how are you going to do this connected universe and like build to something when you are focusing on what would be considered the villains? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're going for like a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen type thing, then it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to do that, in my
Hmm.
opinion. Um, but the way that they made it seem is like Tom Cruise was the main character in The Mummy. There was some weird shit going on about whatever was happening with him. It's like, and I don't know how the movie played out. I don't know if he becomes the mummy, if he gets like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I remember
I
from
don't
the
know.
trailer there was like a chick mummy
Yeah,
that she's
a
like a
chummy.
woman. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And like not your classic wrapped up
yeah.
Brendan Fraser mummy, like a
No,
kind of like a Scarlet Witch mummy.
yeah.
That could be why.
I'm
We'll find out.
yeah, right, yeah. But I think that we should I haven't watched The Invisible Man either,
Haven't seen that.
but it looked a little bit, I don't know, date rapey
Yeah.
from the
A
trailer,
little
you know
bit.
what I'm saying? Like, it
Everybody was
got
raving about it for weeks after it came out.
yeah,
On
so,
that.
I mean, maybe, maybe we can pop that at some point, but it's like when I saw the trailer for for The Invisible Man, I'm like, "I don't feel like this is geared towards me,"
Hmm.
because it's like high school kids or, like, early 20s kids, and
Didn't it have the chick from The Maid's Tale? I think she was in it. She was like the
yeah, I
main
think
character.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I like the idea of like the classic Universal monsters, but
Yes.
um, you're gonna have to come up with a very interesting and clever idea to make them appeal to other people than us. You know what I mean? Like kids these days are not gonna be interested in like Dracula because like how do you make these characters terrifying?
Well, how do you make it fresh and
Exactly.
not the
Yeah.
same story again? Like, the
Yeah.
Wolf Man or
Yeah. And I think that that's where it struggles. It's like, how do you make it fresh, interesting, but not overly gory?
yeah.
Because that's to me, that's how like that's the default. If we can't figure out a way to make it like fresh and interesting and scary just with the content and like with the way that it's written, let's just up the gore factor. Let's
Well,
show broken bones and
well,
split.
I feel like these Universal movies could absolutely take a page from the A24 atmosphere. What would
Oh,
make these
dude.
movies creepy would be the setting.
Yes. Yes.
Less
Yes.
is more, and more of like the uneasiness because it's the top. These are the type of films that when they come out, it's not the story that's being written. We're all waiting for these iconic characters to make their big reveal,
Yeah.
and being able to go about that in a way that, like y'all are saying, makes it fresh but equally shocking. That to me, I feel like that's the trick. That's the one to land, and everything else I think would fall in place.
I think that that's a genius idea. I think Trav's onto something here.
Well, I think it would work perfectly with Wolfman,
Yeah.
and
Even
have it to
Dracula
where
too.
you know because we can all equally agree, and it's one of the first films I remember ever sharing a watch with Griffin, and it was
Yeah.
the Benicio del Toro Wolfman,
Yeah.
Yep.
and it went from trying to almost nail that atmosphere in a Sleepy Hollow sense,
Yeah.
and then just the last half of the movie just becomes a gag fest. You're laughing at everything.
Yeah.
This motherfucker jumps through more windows.
A lot of window jumping in that movie.
Yeah,
A
an
lot.
unnecessary amount, you know?
Like to
It's
the
a
point
drinking
where
game
me,
at this point, you know?
Yeah,
like me and Griff coined the term werewolfing through a window.
Yeah.
Like, and so I feel like, and it wasn't Benicio del Toro's performance that
No,
was bad. It
he's
was the
great.
script and the direction for sure.
yeah,
But I think that if you have it where it's like, you just set it up, man. You set it up and just let the world itself scare the fuck out of you, not some scene where Wolfman tears someone's head off. Like, absolutely include that, but keep it less is more so that when it happens, it is shocking. It is out of it.
Well, that's the
yeah,
thing with the original, like monster movies, like that image you see there from the Wolfman. Like those movies were like the camera like really told the story.
yeah,
It wasn't so much the action, because these are just action packed, just
yeah,
throat slicing, jumping through windows. Like those movies were like low and slow,
yeah,
Yes.
creepy. The way the camera would just stay there and hold, and a whole
yeah,
scene would play out, and the camera never fucking moved.
yeah,
Like that shot, dude. You know,
yeah. No,
I
I
mean,
think that
like
that
take and you could do something almost Evil Dead level of budget where you take like a classic cabin story, you have like a family out there. Like just retell the Wolfman. Fuck, you know what I mean? Like if you want
yeah,
to watch the OG, go find the OG. But kind of retell it in a sense where you reintroduce the Wolfman for modern audiences where you have a family, they're off vacationing, up in the woods, like, creepy cabin, but it's still nice. You can tell it's frequented back and forth, but
or
it's still got that
Airbnb.
it's still got that vibe though. You're like, they could have put some new shutters on this damn thing.
yeah,
But then you just have the events of the movie play out where, you have a character, one of the family members, someone's dreaming about wolves, or, they see his figure off in the distance just stalking them like a wolf would. And kind of play on the actual animalistic tendencies of a wolf, and then have this big reveal that it's a man, or that it's the father
Yeah, I was thinking the dad
that's been turning into the wolf man. And
terrorizing the family.
and we'll have it to where he's come out there, and have it be like a really creepy sequence for like for the mother, where like he's come out there to more or less break the news because the kids started showing signs that they have the wolf in them as well. And he's like, we're out, kind of do that. And not so much as, you don't have to spend too much time focused on Wolfman, but have it to where, like, the mother's making dinner at the counter and she's cutting, the classic carrot chopping sequence. It's just eerie, no music. And then she goes outside and you see something's been torn the absolute fuck apart, like completely dismembered. Like just little occurrences happen that shows you that something's off. And then work towards a big reveal or something.
yeah. Well, and they could go if they wanted to and go the extra length with it, they could make it really fucked up because if they went something that route, then it could be like, okay, like the kids are expressing signs, this, that, and the other. It's something that's hereditarily passed down. Like the dad could be like forcing the kids to do the
It
werewolf shit almost against their will. You know what I
work
mean?
well, and have like a 50-50. You have the one kid that's perturbed by everything. He's like, what the fuck what's going on? And then you have the other kid that's just giving into the urges. He's just fucking he
He's the
like
favorite.
he's letting it out, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
and have some sort of sequence where he's like, we've all come out here because like we're going hunting, and
Yeah.
have that be what he feeds to the wife. But like, you know,
I got you, man. The
that type
dad,
of thing.
the parents are separated, and the
Mm.
kids are going to visit their dad. They hadn't seen him in a while. and they come out there, and he's like making them do this weird shit. You know what I mean? Because he got somehow when he was there, he got turned into one,
Yeah.
and he's making them do all this weird shit, like you were saying. You could have the mom show up near the end, then she's there. It's like
Yeah.
Dad's a fucking werewolf, and
Yeah.
he's gonna turn us into one.
Well, when she shows up, that's when we finally see
All
the
hell breaks
classic.
loose.
Well, like we get him do the iconic, Wolfman like camera close up moment.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh fuck, it's him. Like that, have that twist happen. Or like, I mean, yeah, and or if you could find if a way could be found to where this story plays out like it does, but have it to where it's like, his him becoming a lycanthrope has given him like a longer lifespan.
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
he is the fucking Wolfman, like the one from the good old fashioned Universal film.
Yeah.
But it's like he's lived a long life now. He's learned how to figure his shit out. But like the whole thing with the kids, happening and that stuff, it's causing him to kind of like, for lack of better terms, wolf out.
Yeah.
And so he's like, we got to get the fuck out of the city
Yeah.
because I know what this is going to do. And have them, that's why they go to the cabin, and then the rest of the film can take place there. And I mean, dude, from there, all you got to do is have some damn good actors, and you can pull it off.
Yeah. I mean, because they said that they wanted to make them more like character driven pieces where, it's a reflection of th- it's a reflection of like what people would go through, but to the most extreme, like it's this like interpretation, right? And
Hmm.
if you have an adult and also kids there, you can see different perspectives and how these different perspectives interpret this thing. And I mean, it's a man changing into a wolf, right? It
Yeah.
would be the perfect metaphor for like the LGBTQ community, right? If you
Well, I
really
mean,
think. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
you could think in terms of that as well, but I mean, you could even to kind of have it relate to modern times. You could have just a good 2 to 3 minute dialogue sequence where they're going down the road, and as they're pulling up to the property, you have the father holds out this little like bin thing. He's like, "All right, guys, y'all know the drill. Cough them up." And all them phones fall into it. Like he takes all the phones and leaves them in the car, and that could be later used as like, okay, well, in order for them to get out, whatever character is going to be the survivor of the story, they got to make it to the car. But then, have it to where, they get to the car, they're going to try to find the phone, and they find that like that bin's gone. And like later on, like you find out he fucking destroyed them, like he burnt the phones, like took them
Yeah.
apart, fucking, and that way you can get away from all of the modern safety things that could kick in to be like, well, why didn't they do this or why didn't they do that? Like you can be like, no, because they're stuck in a fucking cabin in the woods,
Yeah.
no
We know
power,
how that
no,
plays out.
yeah. And I mean, lean into the parts of horror that are the tropes, everything. Lean into it, work with it, and I feel like something like that could breed some sort of innovative way of retelling that type of trope.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, I mean, obviously because you posted the article, but I mean, just think of all the ways you could do all of them. Like, imagine a modern retelling of Frankenstein,
Yeah.
like legitimate. Like you could straight up have it like House That Jack Built style, where like Dr. Frankenstein is fucking just this. He's just this fucking dude, man. He's this rejected doctor. He had really insane research ideas of what he was wanting to do. Like, you could derive it from some modern day thing where he was, trying to work on, either, you know, reviving people that are, something that perfects bringing people back from cardiac arrest or some shit.
Yeah.
And, kind of play on the whole lightning thing as like lightning strikes, but that's not what does it. That's not what brings this monster to life. But like, kind of do symbolically let the lightning flicker to kind of give the audience the idea that like this is when the dude came online.
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean, I said online, like that even got me thinking, dude, what if you just injected just a slight bit of science fiction,
Yeah.
like
I mean,
Frankenstein still got parts of other people, but have it like something where it's like, it's different organs from different organ donors, and like certain limbs were put together, and then like, have him almost like Vader, it's like Darth Vader in a way, but
yeah.
not too on the nose with that shit, like have it something where it's like, the brain was preserved. You could go completely ridiculous with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
and you could pay homage to other films that came afterwards, like, if it's a serum that brings them back, like that's a total fucking reanimator reference you could
Yeah.
do. Make the liquid green, like neon
Yeah.
green. Like you could just it could be such a sandbox to play with,
Yeah.
if with the right team to want to go in and be like, we're going to cultivate this universe, we're going to bring everything back, it's going to have the flair and charm of what made audiences decades ago enjoy it, but we're going to apply it for modern times, and it's going to not be revolving around technology in the sense of like, oh, social media. It's not going to be a Fast and Furious movie.
Right. Unfortunately,
Y'all saw the
And like,
Fast and Furious babies in Chippendale, right? The poster.
yeah.
and dude, I mean, how would you want to approach Dracula? Like, would you want it to be full Castlevania? Like, homeboy just shows the fuck up, and they're like, "Wait, why is this guy here?" Do you kind of play with the idea like something wicked this way comes, where dude's got like a little demented shop ran by like a creep? You find out that creep's grooming people to fucking take them up to Dracula's castle. Like, how do you
Well,
approach the wives? Like, I mean, you could do all kinds of crazy shit with Dracula.
yeah. Well, I always thought it was very fascinating the way that Dracula is approached a lot of times is like this fucked up love story, you know?
You're right.
Because
It's always him trying to get. He's got a bedroom of bitches, but he wants the one.
yeah, exactly. Well, and that's always been very interesting to me because it's like, okay, this dude's still a fucking monster, but like there's this thing that, he craves like everybody else craves, and it's like at what lengths is he willing to go for this?
Well, I
It's
mean
very
that.
stalkery.
Yeah. Well, it's also something that kind of taps in and connects them all and unifies them, is that they all deal with these monsters that are trying to cling on to some sense of humanity,
Yeah.
and the struggle of that, and they give in and become what they are. And you could apply a million fucking metaphors to that shit.
Yeah. I think if they get the right people attached and involved in these universal flicks, then they can make something great happen.
But like you recommended earlier, man, I'm down to give the Tom Cruise Mummy film a go. Like, I actually wouldn't mind exploring the the what could have been of that whole thing. Like, I'm down with Dracula Untold and the Mummy, for that matter. Like, I'm down with the two for
Yeah,
just just to kind of like delve deeper into that, and to see what maybe there were hints that like what was it going to build up to? Was
yeah,
it as isolated of films as maybe they were from the get go?
right. I've
Right.
seen Dracula Untold, but I haven't watched The Mummy or Invisible Man. But throw it in the pile, see where it winds up. You know what I'm saying?
At the bottom next to Metropolis.
Nah.
It's a big
Yeah,
pile.
I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Last up here, I didn't drop this in here, but I saw this on Twitter just a second ago. So, HBO Max to add massive collection of A24 films in August of 2022. So it says that HBO Max is may be known as a streaming service that prioritizes quality over quantity, but it's set to add both next month. Screen Rant can exclusively reveal that the platform will be increasing its offerings of premium movies in August of 2022. thanks to a large assortment of A24 titles from the last decade. Founded in 2012, A24 has already made a name for itself as the home of high profile series such as Emmy Award winning Euphoria and top notch films such as last year's Oscar nominee Minara. That's that movie with Minari.
Fucking
Yeah, with
Steve in it.
Glenn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Euphoria is one of several A24 productions already available on HBO Max as part of a large collection that includes beloved offbeat series such as Two Dope Queens and Pod Save America. But now, perfectly timed to A24's 10th anniversary, the streaming platform is set to add a massive collection of films to its roster. The impressive list includes Oscar nominated films such as Room, and Ex Machina, as well as beloved titles like the Spectacular Now and Amy. Aside from being the largest collection of A24 films ever hosted by HBO Max, it's also a sign of the platform's commitment to providing quality content. By collaborating with entertainment companies that have proven their ability to produce content of high entertainment value, HBO Max continues to bring viewers closer to the content they may want. Check out the complete list of movies below. So you've got the Adderall Diaries, Amy, Barely Lethal, The Captive, aka Queen of the Night, Charles Swan, Dark Places, Enemy, Ex Machina, Life After Beth, um, Room, Son of a Gun, Tusk, Under the Skin. A lot of these were like 2014, 2015 titles. So I wonder if they're gonna. I think the oldest one is How to Talk to Girls at Parties, which is 2018. Lean on Pete is 2018. So it looks like 2013, 14, 15, and a couple of select 2018 titles. So I wonder if they're going to slowly start trickling out A24 films to HBO Max. And if they do, then that's great. You know, like I'm
It's
kind of
cool that they
surprised.
found a streaming service to use. Like,
I'm kind of surprised that they didn't develop their own.
yeah.
So, I mean, it would make sense, but whatever.
But now they could do like you could do A24 originals that they don't get a
Yes.
theatrical release
Yeah.
straight to streaming,
Yeah.
and they could use
Or
HBO.
they could get a limited theatrical release to be considered for
Yeah.
nomination and then still release same day on HBO Max, which is fine. I'm fine with that, like 1,000%, so
Yeah.
so but yeah, I saw that and I wanted to bring that up because we've watched a couple A24 films here and there,
Couple
Yeah, just a handful. So
men.
yeah, still thinking about that shit. Man. But yeah, that's all I got for movie news. Y'all see anything interesting?
Netflix lost 1 million subscribers. That's about the only thing I
Damn.
saw.
I
Their
mean,
biggest
shit,
loss
dude.
yet. They still got over 200 million, but that's the first time it's dropped that much.
Well, wasn't there something that came out like a week or two ago about they're working with some company about like
Microsoft.
ad revenue? Yeah.
Microsoft, they're gonna have like you'll be able to get like a ad version of Netflix.
So is it going to be free?
I
You know
don't
what I
know.
mean?
Maybe
Like,
discounted. Kind of like how Hulu does it.
yeah,
Hulu's got a cheaper version that has ads.
yeah,
That's probably what they're gonna do.
yeah,
And you may not have access to certain things. Who knows? I don't.
yeah. Well, and that would be, I mean, whatever. Like the thing is people are like, as things go up in value and go up
Yeah.
in price, they're going to start peeling back on what they want access to. And to me, whenever you start adding up Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Paramount, like you start adding all this shit up, you're spending like $150 just in streaming services. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So what gets the axe early? I mean, keep one streaming service, especially if it's something that you watch constantly,
Yeah.
you know? And to be fair though, they kind of fucked up by not trying to lock in NBC and keep The Office and stuff like that on there.
Yeah.
Like most people just had the off or had Netflix to watch The Office on repeat, you know?
Yeah. A lot of people
So,
too, they'll like, you'll get on one for a while, kind of watch up everything that they got.
yeah,
And then, cancel that one because you just do it by monthly.
yeah,
Go over here to HBO for a while, because it's like, what's the point in paying for all of these streaming services at once
yeah,
when you can only sit there and like watch one thing at a time? So,
yeah.
you hop on there, watch it, hop over here. All right, now you can do Paramount. Paramount was like way at the bottom on that list. Netflix was the top slot,
I mean, that doesn't surprise me, you know what I
and
mean?
Hulu was under it.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, it makes sense that people are dialing back a little bit now, but I mean, Netflix has been doing its Netflix thing for a long time. It's been at the
Yeah,
top for forever. So, and I'm not saying that I want it to fail, but like, if you still got 200 million subscribers and
yeah.
you
Is
lost,
that really a loss? Like,
yeah, I mean, yeah. But you got to think too, like, how many people came back, resubbed just to watch um
Stranger Things?
Stranger Things, yeah,
Yeah,
and then
and the fucking
unsubscribed.
Umbrella Academy.
Yeah,
And then they watched it all, and then they leave. They'll
yeah,
be back, make some more shit.
yeah, yep. I mean, could you imagine how things would have been different if Netflix was able to lock in the Marvel shit?
Oh shit.
You know, they had those Marvel series there, but imagine if Disney didn't exist, like Disney Plus didn't exist the way it currently does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they should have been making those handshake deals early on.
Mm-hmm.
So
Better contracts.
yeah, I mean, all Netflix would have had to have done was like, we're going to produce everything. Like you provide the writers and the direction that you want it to go in, and we'll pay for everything else. And they still would have. How much money would have made if they released Moon Knight or fucking WandaVision on Netflix? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
goddamn. So
Yeah, dude, Disney Plus doesn't have as many subs as you'd think.
yeah,
It was like 40 million something. I was like, that's not
so
really a lot compared to.
yeah, but it's all good though, you know.
We got
But yeah, I'm ready for trailers, dude. We got some
Steve
good ones in
Carell,
here. The patent. Oh, the patient. Oh, okay. My
the
bad.
patient patent.
Oh, okay. I'll
I think it's
allow it,
supposed
you
to be
know.
serious too. So just
Oh
from the
God.
comments, people are like, so weird to see Steve Carell serious. Like, well, he's an
It's like,
actor. So
yeah, it doesn't have to be funny all the time, you
yeah.
know. I mean, it could be, I guess, but
Yeah.
what's the fun in that, though? Could you imagine if I was serious all the time?
Yeah. Be weird.
Yeah. I mean, have I ever been serious?
One time we got pulled over
Oh
and you were pretty
yeah.
serious during a
Yeah.
traffic stop, but then
I was
silly
on
goes time after
probation.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody got serious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
What do you play, Travis? Play guitar. I'll never
Bass,
forget
huh?
that.
Sure you ain't drunk? You're like,
Yeah.
uh you shook
Am I?
uh. But yeah. Y'all got this
All right.
pulled up.
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready for it, man. It's
All
got Dom
right.
Hall Gleason in it.
Let's see. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, He's a shrink.
He looks like the dude from Fallout Boy.
What?
Oh goddamn!
That's a good show.
The Americans.
Yeah. It looks familiar.
It's dude from Ex Machina.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh. Has he got him chained up? Misery. Oh no. I'm about this.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's a series, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that looks good.
Definitely be checking that out.
Yeah, for sure, right?
As soon as I saw him chained to the floor and the dude's like, I'm a fucking serial killer.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, how you gonna reverse psychology this shit?
Yeah, for sure, right? Humana. But you know how it's gonna play out. Carell's got some fucking things he's got to work out. They're gonna become like best friends, you
Yeah.
know?
Then he's gonna kill him.
They're gonna kill each other in a standoff. I don't know. We got a She-Hulk trailer. Is this a
Yep.
trailer? Okay.
I think so. No. It says concept.
I mean, are we still gonna watch it or?
I don't want to watch it.
All
It
right,
ain't
let's
real.
move on. All right. American Carnage.
I didn't
Gina
think there would be a
Ortega.
concept trailer on a fucking verified.
Yeah, on a verified fucking channel. Yeah. What?
Is this concept Lionsgate? This looks real. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Saban. All right. Bitch. Oh, goddamn. This is yellow as the new orange.
Yeah.
Check them out. It's better than jail, but what's wrong with these people? Some weird, like, Jordan Peele kind of vibes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What? What's happening?
I don't know.
You about to bite him. What's it turning into? Oh, the fuck was that dude about? You know,
I don't know, dude. That was fucking nutty.
it's a foreign.
Oh, this is?
I think so.
Okay. I like this thing. Witness nonstop real time action in this extreme action spectacular. All right.
A lot of action.
Yeah. Spectacular. I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Staple cross. Oh, I think it's voiced over. Kata! Oh, he's about to start fucking people up, dude. That was a really cool shot.
Yeah.
What? Too soon.
Yeah, right.
What in the fucking Squid Games is happening here? Is the kid the cure?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah. You just got John Wicked, bitch. Cool camera work.
Yeah, I know, right?
Uh. That was neat. Like,
This
what's
looks pretty
happening, you
fucking
know?
cool.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
he just went under the wheel.
somebody give that cinematographer a fucking Arbor Mist.
Fucking working overtime. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It
This is almost Bollywood as fuck, dude.
looks good though, for real. I like the camera work, man. Makes me want to watch
That
it.
shot where he like swings around the Jeep.
Yeah,
The way that
yeah,
it swung around and turned with him, it's like, oh,
yeah.
that wasn't
What
easy.
have? Yeah, right. What have we here?
Fucking moped.
Fucking mop it. What the fuck? Y flag? I married one of those.
Got the dude from fucking the Tudors,
Oh, okay.
I think. It looks like him in the thumbnail. You're about to find out.
Let's
3,
do it.
2, 1, play. It's the future. Yeah, that's him. Okay. Ex Machina on the market, you know? What's that? It's Westworld. What do you mean by you people? Sounds like a wife to me. I remember
Yeah.
everything, motherfucker.
Yeah, come here, pretty boy. Ooh.
Y flag.
Yeah, right. Full Metal Alchemist: The Revenge of Scar. Is
So,
fucking
is
Lion
there
King in
already
this
a
shit?
show of this? Or is this new? Do they
I
have a
don't
show
know.
on Netflix? I remember we
I
read something about them doing it, and I guess I thought it was already out. But this is real.
okay. Let's fucking see what it do when it do what it do.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Robot Man? Yeehaw.
Mhm.
I fucking hate that this exists.
Great dishonor. Really, Netflix?
That and what pisses me off, man, is that Full Metal Alchemist is a really good show,
Yeah.
particularly Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. So I know exactly where in the story they're trying to adapt right now with this movie, and it's quite honestly one of the best parts. I think the movie's touting as like part 3 or part 2 or whatever, and it looks like that they hit some of the beats that the story, you know, it looks like they're doing it, but it just looks so bad.
Right.
It looks like something somebody made and Netflix just picked it up. It
And
looks like it
and
doesn't
I
have any of their money behind it.
because I mean, I don't like the level of stuff going on, the context of what they're doing, why they're doing it, and all that stuff. I just don't see how they could cram that in one film.
Yeah.
Because like that's end game of the story going on in that shit.
Right.
I mean, it's a like if done right, Full Metal Alchemist could be a great like brothers adventure story. Because the whole thing is that they tried to resurrect their dead mother
Yeah.
using alchemy, and the spell goes wrong, and it turns the main character, it turns his younger brother. It completely destroys his body, and right before he dies, dude, like it's that suit of armor,
Hmm.
and he takes a little bit of that dude's blood and makes a seal to bind his soul to it. And so the journey is not necessarily them trying to get their mom back, but them trying to get their brother's body back and
Right.
come to terms. It's a letting go story with a bunch of fucking fantasy elements.
Right.
Really, really good shit though, man.
Hell yeah.
It wouldn't fucking be Real Estate Trailer Tuesday without an exorcism movie,
God
right?
damn it.
I mean,
Fuck.
all we need is like we need to have Griffin's haunted house soapbox, and it needs to be a segment where Griff almost goes like, Peter Griffin style of like what grinds his gears, and it's just you tearing into haunted house and ghost films every week.
I
This
mean,
one's
it
called Pray
has
for the Devil.
it has slowed down a little bit.
Then they're like, wait, there's more.
I know. I'm like, fucking
We got a
God.
few more trinkets at the bottom of the bag. You know?
Yeah.
Who knows? This might be the best one ever, dude.
Let's
So one way to
see.
find out.
They
Right.
never go all the way. Like not since The Exorcist, in my opinion.
I'm calling
Yeah.
it. This video that come out on the 14th with fucking less than 3,000 views and 63 thumbs up. This gonna be the one.
Let's fucking hope so.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Devil is a lie.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Is it gonna be a nun that was possessed? Possessed nun? Have we done that?
I think so.
Whoa. That was kind of creepy. Let me in.
I've always figured he's Black Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
Look at this. That's enough. I'm done. I'd be done. Of course it is. Whoa.
Finished business. Now I'm down with like weird shit like that, like where a character just starts saying crazy shit, you know. Then it turns into
Why would you show that? Why would you put that in the trailer?
well, to be fair,
Goddamn.
we weren't gonna watch it.
But still. Don't show her turning into it. Fuck.
It's because they're gonna go
Now I know what
Marvel as
happens.
fuck, and there's gonna be a mind fight.
I need a mind fight. Mind fight.
11 had a mind fight.
Mind fight.
Gonna stick her in a pizza freezer and put her in the upside down in the nick of time. She's gonna have a mind fight. Piggybacking for the mind fight. I'm sorry. I can once we open that can of worms, it stays open. It's not an unscrewable jar.
That shit looked terrible. That's all I'm gonna say.
I
We
mean,
haven't
dude,
seen this trailer, have we?
It's nuns and Satan, Griff.
No.
Nate.
Yeah, but still though. I'm sure.
I am Lucifer in the flesh. Okay. The good boss. He's a good boss. That guy sure is a good boss. Javier Bardem. 3, 2, 1, play. Because it becomes just a coin.
I didn't know Javier Bardem was playing Bruce Springsteen.
His voice don't even sound real.
No.
It sounds like it's been pitched down.
It's kind of hard to watch him play a role out like this after seeing him in Mother.
they speed this up? Or are they just talking that fast?
I think they're just.
The audio sounds weird. Oh, he's gonna fall in love with her. New blood. Damn. Uh-oh. Kind of interested in what's going on there.
Yeah.
The good boss.
Oh, that looks pretty interesting. Looks better than that fucking nun shit.
Yeah.
You guys. It made me think of a. It's a weird thing to be reminded of, but like the way he's going around just doing random shit, and it's almost like a day in his life, kind
Yeah.
of. Makes me
Fall.
think of the old Matthew Broderick film Election,
Yeah.
It definitely kind of had that style too.
where
Yeah.
he's just he's up to no good, but it's just like a mishmash of random shit, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I'd watch it. It looks good. Bardem is a great actor.
You're about to see Lily Rose Depp like you've never seen her before in a movie.
Is she naked?
I've never seen
Close.
her in a movie at
Okay.
all.
You never seen her in a movie?
Wait, wasn't she? Well, yoga hosers don't count.
She was in it though.
It don't count. Come on, guys.
Yeah, she's I think this is, what did it say this was made? The Weeknd's involved in making this.
Oh, okay. Ooh, I'm blinded by the light. Okay.
My falsetto will make $1 million.
All right, the title. 3, 2, 1, play.
Fuck the weekend.
His name's Abel.
Are we making a pop star? What the fuck?
Jesus.
Might be some nipple on that movie or show. Is it a show? I think it's a
Yeah, I
show.
think it's a show. Yeah. Hmm. Interested?
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's one thing to call it.
When the woman was doing the dance, she's like, orgy! Now, orgy!
Interested?
There it is.
It's like a degenerate neon demon. That's what that movie looks like.
I mean,
Your silence says it all, guys.
yeah.
What did you say?
I
I was
mean,
reading I was trying to make sure this was the real.
I was just saying that the idol looks like a a fucking degenerate version of Neon Demon, or a more, if you will.
You said, fuck the weekend. Like, I don't know, man. Weekends are pretty cool.
Yeah. I love the weekend.
I don't know what the weekend is, guys.
Saturday's the best day, but then there's Sunday, and that's no good.
Saturday's bill paying day. Sunday's chilling day, guys.
You got to rest on the Sabbath, dude.
Man, fuck keeping it holy.
Did they make a YouTube channel just to put this on?
I think so.
I saw it on a few others. Oh no, this is the official. Oh, it's cool that they let them upload that here. All right, the monsters, guys. Let's see what Netflix acquired. It's got to be better than that Full Metal Alchemist trailer. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, it's the Thunder Kiss video. You know, it's
Yeah.
Shea Monster doing that. Let's see the ones of that so right.
Uh-huh. Straight up shot it like a show.
Yeah.
Picking up what we do in the shadow vibes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can whip you up a hubby down in the lab.
Oh. Oh, so this is before they had got married.
Yeah.
Looks like a silly goose time, dude.
Yeah. Looks over the top.
PG-13. Of course it is.
We'll see how it shakes out, man. This was uploaded
Like recently.
like an hour
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
I saw we
Yeah.
were watching something. I look over there and it was like 43 minutes ago. I was like, oh shit. Just in
Yeah.
time for us.
Yeah. Thank God somebody's
Fucking
thinking of
right, man.
us. Yeah.
It's like when's gonna be our time right now.
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, Halloween
How-
ends.
Mm.
10/14/22. Damn, I didn't even realize it was coming out that soon. All right. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. The bassy.
What was those? The gay guys? Little
Oh, yeah.
John and Big John?
Yeah. Big John, Little John. It was funny. It's gonna be somebody else. It's not gonna be him. Never mind. It's him. Yeah. Uh-uh. She's gonna fuck him up, dude.
Mm. I'm excited.
I wonder if they'll do a release like. Remember last time it was like wasn't long before it was just out.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna kind of turn the idea on its head a little bit, where you have the majority of the film is obviously Michael's body count stacking up, and then like the last, I don't know, the climax of the film, it's just Laurie Strode just going to fucking town on him.
I mean,
It's been the
that's kind
big
of
build
how it.
up.
Yeah.
He almost put her hand in the fucking garbage, the disposal.
Yeah. That was kind of like a throwback to what H2O, where they dropped that ring in that
Oh yeah, and you could
garbage.
even see the ring on her finger.
Yeah. I
It's
can't
gonna be
wait,
good.
man.
And that's
Yeah.
their last one, right? For their little trilogy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, man. That's all she wrote. Speaking of all she wrote, what are we watching next week?
The list has been updated.
Oh shit, okay.
The Black
Hell yeah.
Phone.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
What
All
do
right,
you think, Trav? Black Phone?
I'm down.
The
I'm seeing
reviews
great
are
reviews,
in.
dude.
Yeah.
I haven't
I've
seen one
seen
person talk shit about it.
no.
Like people, I've seen a lot of people that watch it and get on Twitter and they're like, yo, watch the Black Phone. Good.
Yeah. Do it.
And isn't this did y'all say it was based on the book by Stephen King's son? This
Yes.
source material, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke.
The Ethan Hawke?
Yeah.
The Hawk?
Mm-hmm. They call him the Hawk. Kind of like they call dude the Goose.
Well,
He's
when
the
are they
Hawk.
gonna get a movie together?
The
The
Goose and the
Goose
Hawk.
and the Hawk? Yeah, dude. That's the name of it.
But I'm excited to watch it.
I'm very excited, man.
That's what we're gonna watch next week.
Hell yeah, let's do it, dude.
Checks in the mail.